Hey guys, it's Michelle, and I've got another new, well, this isn't new, it's one of the back in stock ones, Sagittarius, and I'm guessing the AS on it, because this was on the other one, the Gemini one that I did. I'm guessing that's for Eau Claire Studios. I don't know for sure, but that's where it come from, Eau Claire Studios. So anyway, it is a 22 by 22, which is 55.8 by 55.8 centimeters. It is a square, and Sagittarius is my sign. So it's 58 colors with 3 ABs, 1 electro diamond, 1 iridescent diamond, and 4 fairy dust diamonds. Total diamonds are 50,176. So it's kind of a medium-sized canvas, I guess, with a lot of special gems. And I was really excited about this one. I was going to buy it before, and then I seen it had been back in stock. And by the time I got on there to actually order it and get it, it was already sold out. So it's a pretty popular one, evidently. So I'm guessing partly because of the colors and the special gems, maybe. I don't know. I can't imagine there are that many people that are Sagittarius. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows? Okay, toolkit. We've got our baggies. We have our pen. This, of course, is loaded with putty inside of there. And then we have our 4-placer here, and it is branded with Diamond Art Club on it. We have our tray with the lid and stopper. We've got our heart-shaped pad of wax and our 7-placer and some extra wax. Of course, this is the large tray. Well, put that stuff back in there for now. And that's it for our toolkit. So then we have our little envelope. It's got just thank yous on the outside and their social media over here on this flap. And then when you open it up, you get this beautiful little card. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I love these things. So, and it also has, of course, Eau Claire Studios and the name of the kit, Sagittarius, and the size. And it is a bronze. Okay, so the inside of this, we got tips and tricks. I'm sure that most of you already know this all by heart because I say it every time. But, so we have instructions here on how to diamond paint and how to use your pen. We've got the QR codes on both flaps over here. One for Facebook group, one for, there's 2 over here, depending on what kind of phone you have, for the app for Diamond Art Club. And your kit contents down here at the bottom. And then, since that is not important anymore, of course, you don't want to just throw that away because it's got your sticker sheet inside. It's got the card inside. So you definitely want to open that up. So this has stickers. I love the way they do this because it's separate stickers. Then personalized with the name of the artist and kit. And then all of your colors inside here. And then back here we have the original artwork and the start and end date and the information about your kit down here. So that is all of this stuff, and I'll keep this handy so that when I get through the gems, then we can find where the special ones go. The special ones. Let's see, how do I get into this? Somehow or another, you open up this dust cover, and I throw them away. I don't know, you know, maybe some people like to put them back in that, and maybe, oh gosh, I don't know. I can't get that open. So for some reason, after I had my carpal tunnel surgery, my hands are very weak now. I have been working with some tools to strengthen them, but I lost a lot of strength having those surgeries. So, oh, this is going to be perfect. I just love this. I love the size and the colors and the everything. Okay, we're going to flip this over though and let it flatten out while we look at the gems for a minute. All right, so, and of course they have a sticker here to let you can keep them separately if you need to for storage, and find out which ones go to which canvases, go to which gems. So let's check these out. And I've got my table is up a little bit this time, so if everything's sliding around, I hope it's not going to be a problem, but I was hoping to do this quickly. All right, here are the, okay, are these the iridescents or the, what were they? Let me see. Let me see. Okay, we've got the L and K. So the iridescent is the L, I believe, and the K is the, what is the K? It was iridescent and what? Look at me, I've forgotten already. All right, electro. I think the L is iridescent and the K is the electro. I don't know for sure, but this is the L. So, of course it is square. I think I said that. They are like a kind of goldish, kind of like the, nah, I don't think it's as dark as the topaz. I don't think. They're kind of like a yellowish color. I don't know. Anyways, $9.39. We have 2 bags of that. Let me bring this down. That'll be better, probably. Okay. $9.15. $3.10. There are 3 bags. $1.54. $30.41. $5.50. Oh my goodness, there are 2 bags of $5.50. Ah, I love that color. That is such a pretty purple. Okay, and then we have $3.33. There are 2 bags, which is also another very pretty purple. Okay, $2.23. $38.37. More purple. 2 more bags. $5.52. $38.34. $7.18 and $3.15. All right. Okay, get them the right way. 103. So there is our first AB. It's a red AB. 720, 553, 677, and here's our first fairy dust. Z743. I don't know how well you can see them in there, but 351, and then we have 141. There's not a ton of them, but there are a bunch of different colors. So 741, 169, 349, 3860, 3816, 301, 799, 976, 3608, 131. There's our next AB. 740, 3863, 824. Okay, so there's our next fairy dust, Z3746. So hopefully we can see the glitter in that one. Stay up here. 977, 3830, and there I think are the, what did I say they are? Iridescent electro. These are the electro, I guess. I think, I don't know, either that or I've got them mixed up, who knows. 3803, 355, 407, 498, and 3607, 797, 823, 304, and there's another fairy dust. 3822. Okay, 917, Z3854. So there's another one. Okay, 758, 309, 3835, 6012, 3772. There are a lot of different purple colors in these. Oh my goodness. And 817, 3861, 814, and 311 on this little tiny strand. All right. So then we can flip this over and we can put this back up here. And hopefully get, well, let's see, if I turn it this way, yeah, maybe, and get most of it in there. There we go. I think we got most of it there. Okay. All right, let's see what all we need to find. Okay, so these yellows that go, this yellow that goes all the way around, all of this, it goes all the way around. It's like a border around the painting. There's all of that yellow on each side. See over here, all of that is the L445, which I think is the iridescent. So the first ones we've seen. Okay, and then the, okay, there's quite a few. So 1, 2, and the dot. Okay, so the whites are going to be just these little dots that are all over the place sporadically. The white, I think everything that's white on here, yeah, there's a few on her face there. There's a few sporadically over here and over here in like the background. And down here, there's several there and over here. And then a few running through here. But that is it for the 141, the white. And then we have the fairy dust. Okay, the S, there's an S. They run along the edge of this dress right here. There's a whole row of them. And then some more, I think, okay, they go to about here. And then we start up again over here and go, there's some right down in here. Those are all, the S's are the, and then it goes up around. Okay, that's not the dress, I'm sorry, that is her bow. So they're on the bow, and these are the electro diamonds, the S's. So they go, yeah, all the way up. There's some through here, there's some around there, yeah, all of, there's a lot of that throughout this bow. It runs all the way down here. There's some over here on this side, some there. And I don't know that there are any more of those besides what's on the bow. Let me look real quick. Yeah, it looks like the only place those electrode diamonds are on the bow. Wanted to make sure there weren't any in this thing on her head, the flower, or the, I don't know if there's something around her head there. Like a, I don't know. I don't know if that's jewelry or what it is. Not sure. On the moon. No, okay. I think that's it then. It's just on the bow, but there's quite a bit of them on the bow. So, let's see. Okay, so the fairy dust, we have percent sign and an X and an N. I know I've seen the percent sign right in here on the bow, and a bunch of X's right in here. So those are like the yellow and a darker yellow. Fairy dust, there's some right in here, the X and the percent, and there's a bunch of percents. They're kind of, okay, that's it for them for a while anyway. And then we get over here and there's percents right here, so that's the darker one, and here, and then, you know, they're just sort of all thrown in there. The X's are up here around the edge, and then there's some here, and then there's a bunch right in there. There's some X's, which is the lighter fairy dust, the lighter yellow, right there on her sleeve. There's some right there on the band on her arm, and right there. Let's see. So these, the X's and the percents, I believe, are going to be throughout. There's some here and here. There's some there. It's all going to go throughout this bow. So that bow is going to be really full of everything. This down here, there's X's, there's some of that, some of that iridescent right in here around this symbol, whatever that is. Let me see if I can see in the picture. See, I don't think that's attached to anything. I think it's just a symbol there. But there's several different, the iridescent, and there's some fairy dust in it. Let's check and see. Okay, this is also a fairy dust, this symbol here. That's another shade of yellow. So it's around this thing. I don't know if it's in the bow also. Let me check. I don't see it in the bow. I could be missing it maybe, but I'm not seeing it. So, okay. So I think we've got all of those. We've also got 1 and 2, which are red and, oh no, I didn't get the N. I'm sorry. Okay, we've got 1, 2, and N. I don't know. Let me see if I can find, okay, there's some N's right here. This is still fairy dust. So there's some right here. Let me see. There's a bunch of them right in here. I think that's just part of her outfit or her dress. Let me see if there are any more. Oh, there's a few right here, and I don't have any idea what that is. It's not, obviously not her dress. There's also some right here. So maybe it is just colors in there, because this doesn't look like it is part of anything. Just look, I'm not sure. I'm not sure. So there's a bunch right here and right here. There's also some up here in the moon, right down here. Okay, so obviously it's not just the dress. There's some there. There's a few over here. And I'm not seeing any more, so that's pretty much it. There may be a few more that I'm not seeing, but all right, so let's move on to 1 and 2. The 2s are the yellow, and these are the ABs. So right in here, and then there's a few sporadically just thrown in there. This little, whatever that is, are all 2s. There are some, where did I see them? Oh, there's a few right in there and that, which the rest of that is another, is that last fairy dust before the blue. It's like the greater than sign with a line going through the middle of it. Oh, there's some of that here too. That's fairy dust. Okay, there's some 2s here. That's ABs, of course. There's some 1s right there, which is a red AB. Let's see. I know there were some. There's some right here. Make sure you can see this. There are some 1s right there. They kind of curve around, go there. Okay. Let's see. No, there's more. All right, there are some 2s right here. All right. I'm not seeing them in the bow, so maybe there weren't any of the ABs in the bow. Okay. Oh, there's a few of the X's, so that's the light yellow right there in that star. There's a few of the iridescents in the middle of that little symbol. There's some percents right there. So there's ABs and fairy dust. They're all, mostly the fairy dust, but they're all over this thing. Up here in this, on her head right here, whatever this is going around the front of her head, there are 2s in it, and there's a bunch of 2s in it. There's also a few S's in it, which is the, I believe, electro diamonds. It looks like that's it for special gems. There are some S's right here too that I didn't notice before. Those are the electro. So I think, is that jewelry? Maybe an earring? I think that's an earring, yeah. There are also some ones. So some ABs, the ones in this flower in her hair. There's a bunch of them in there. And then there's also some ones in the moon right here. That red in that moon. So that is all, I think. I think I've found the majority of them. I'm sure there are probably ones that I missed, but yeah, there's a few S's kind of out here sporadically too. I didn't notice, but okay. So that is Sagittarius. So November birthdays. Actually, I think it's the very end of November, because my birthday sometimes is like the very first day. I don't know. Some things you look at, it's different dates, but anyways, I think the end of November and into December, or maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's the last day on my birthday. I don't know. I don't know for sure. Anyway, I thought this was a really pretty one. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. And since it is my sign, and I actually have on my arm, I have tattooed an arrow that's for my sign, and this thing here is the Gemini thing for my husband's, and he has the same thing tattooed on his arm, only he has more with his. I just wanted the small one. So anyways, I thought it would be cool to do the diamond painting with it. It does have the perforated paper, or plastic, I mean, perforated plastic, as you can see. It's got the lines on it. Now they're using gray, which I think is a better idea. And it is very sticky. So, of course, it is Diamond Art Club. They do a fantastic job, and they give you a very good product. So, yeah, that is it. That's all I have for today. Goodness. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Sorry I yawned. It's been a day, let me tell you. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you would give me a thumbs up if you did. And if you have not subscribed already, please hit that subscribe button down below. It really helps. And if you don't mind, leave a comment. If you've done this, leave a picture of it in the comments. I would love to see it. All right. Thanks, guys. Have a great day. Bye.